Alright, what's up, guys? So, I just finished watching Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 3, and I just gotta say, oh my god, what an ending. This entire conclusion was it was just so, I'm just speechless. Like, this video is just gonna be like me, like, giving my immediate reaction. I literally just finished watching all five episodes, like, right up front. I'll make a separate video after of, like, me, like, explaining, the season, like, my like full in-depth review. Right now, I'm just gonna give my immediate reaction just right now, and I just gotta say, oh my god, where do I even begin? Okay, so obviously, unfortunately, yes, a lot of the show got leaked like way earlier on. For me, unfortunately, there was some stuff that was leaked, some stuff that was so surprised. Thank God, at least. But yeah, there was the unfortunate leaks of Johnny bringing back Cobra Kai, reclaiming it and having Miguel take over and fight Axel, and obviously Tori fight Zara. And also about, yeah, unfortunate Robbie's injury when he fought Axel in the final match. That was unfortunate to see. I mean, it was sad, but I am so glad that they didn't completely ruin his character. He had like a good ending with it, but that's one thing I'm kind of mixed about though. I feel like Robbie, it was kind of weird after he got injured. We didn't even see Miguel like interacting with him, like saying like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Like, or like him saying like, "Oh yeah, like now I know how it feels like when you crippled me." Like there was no scenes of them like talking about it together, which I thought was kind of weird, but it was still amazing to see. You know, Miguel obviously, of course, fucking El Serpiente back in the OG Cobra Kai gi fight and just fucking knock out Axel. That was so amazing. The entire fight of that was it was just everything I wanted it to be. If anything, like my only problem was that I wish it was like more. I wanted like Miguel and Axel's fight to be longer. It felt like a little bit rushed a little bit. Like honestly, I wish the episodes were way longer. Like they were only like 45 minutes each, whatever. Like they should have been like how Stranger Things does. They should have been like 2 hours long. I wouldn't mind that at all. Like they I feel like they definitely could have made it a bit longer, but that's just like that's a small like bite. But no, yeah, Miguel and Axel's fight, it was amazing. The knockout and Tori and Zara's, of course, that was also amazing, bro. Miguel and Tori, it made sense, obviously the show started with Miguel, it had to end with him. I, of course, Miguel was always like one of my favorite characters. I love Robbie too, but I could see why they decided to make that, which I'm completely fine with. And so yeah, Miguel fought Axel, then oh yeah, Robbie. So after his injury, I thought like I was wondering, because like yeah, like I felt so bad for Robbie because I was like he obviously he can't get into college. Like, what's his future gonna be in the show? And we see that he and Tori got signed on to be like professional like athletes, like like influencers and like these like famous like I don't know if he's a sensei, but he's like they're obviously like working with some kind of brand. So I'm happy that they got that. And so yeah, as long as like Robbie's future, he had a good ending, which I'm perfectly happy with. I just wish he got a few more scenes like interacting with Johnny after and Daniel, because that whole ending when like all of them went their separate ways, it felt like so rushed. Like we didn't see like a final moment of like Robbie hugging Johnny, like saying bye to him when he went to the place with Tori, and we didn't even see like a scene of Miguel hugging Johnny before he left for Stanford, or going to Okinawa with Sam, which I thought was really nice too. Of course, I didn't expect Sam, like I didn't know what they were gonna do for ending, and it made sense that she didn't fight because we all kind of saw that coming from like part one when she said she's fighting for closure. She obviously didn't care that much about fighting, and it's pretty respectable that she dropped out to let Tori win, and obviously like their whole relationship of like them training together. It was really nice. I like that. And of course, yeah, our boy Miggy after he won, bro, the trophy. It was great to see him, obviously, end his story and go to, well, he's going to Stanford, but first he's going to go to Sam Token which is amazing. And then, yeah, of course, yeah, Honka Dimitri. I was surprised that Dimitri went to the tech school, whatever it's called. I thought he was going to MIT. They were both going to go separate ways, but they're both going together to the same college, so I'm happy for them. And, oh, yeah, of course, Johnny's baby being born. That was just amazing. Like, I remember I saw someone like before that he was gonna name the baby Laura, and I obviously made sense because his mom and like yeah that made sense. But bro, like seeing the baby being born and like also I thought it was only gonna be born like the last episode. It was so nice how she was born like in episode 12 or something. So we had like 3 episodes of like some scenes of Johnny being dad. It was just so wholesome. He got the house after he got married to Carmen. We got Bobby back. That was just amazing seeing all that. And oh yeah, and bro, honestly, the best scene of this season, it might even be almost the entire show, honestly. I thought this was amazing. The scene we see where Johnny visits his mom's grave in 2017, before like right before season one like took place, that was just so emotional. Like it was just so powerful that scene. We see how he goes to visit his mother's grave and he says like how the last few years of his life, like most of his life ever since high school, he's just been a failure. He's just been, he's been depressed, living a terrible life, and he just misses his mom. And I guess like it would have been nice, yeah, if they had that scene in like season one. So it literally could have been like we could have had that full like full circle moment where it started off with episode one, season one of him at the grave, and then at the end of the episode we saw him coming back after all these years now in like 2020. I think that's when the show takes place. We saw Johnny going back to visit his mom's grave, and he's just like all cleaned up now. He went from the ace degenerate to the ex degenerate. That is just so amazing. That character development of Johnny is just incredible. Johnny being this like loser from season one, where he was just like a down on his luck guy. He was alone in his life, had nothing. He was depressed, and then at the very last episode, the ex degenerate. He's a family man. He has a wife now. He has a baby. He has two sons. He's a world karate champion now. He finally redeemed himself after losing from Daniel all those years ago. That was just so amazing, and just seeing that scene of him going back to his mom's grave. Honestly, like, I thought it was gonna be the final scene of the episode of the whole show, but it was just so nice how they handled that. And then of course what's gonna say? Oh yeah, Silver and Kreese. I'm not gonna lie, their part was a bit weird to me. I thought it was like kind of weird how like I mean like their final fight I thought it was gonna be a bit longer, but it was still really good. But it was just kind of like a bit like too over the top. Like Kreese threw the cigar and they landed on the gas and the whole boat exploded. They both died. And I don't know. Like I feel like did John even find out that Kreese died? Like we didn't. I wish we could have seen like him reacting to it. Like what do you think of it? And same with Daniel and like Silver and like what happened to Wolf after Johnny beat Sensei Wolf. It's like he just like walked away. I mean obviously I thought he was gonna get more pissed, but he was just like okay. And yeah, but I thought that was a bit strange for me. But like I still think everything else was really good. And oh yeah, and there were some characters that actually didn't come back. I really thought that we were gonna see Julie Pierce, but I guess we really didn't. And the whole Miyagi secret, this is what I want to talk about. So the whole Mr. Miyagi secret that we've been waiting from ever since the first episode when they acknowledged that he beat someone up, he stole a necklace over it. I really thought we all thought it was gonna be Julie Pierce who was gonna be the one who had the answers to tell Daniel what really happened about Mr. Miyagi that time. But it turned out to be Daniel's mom, Lucielle. That was just like so like unexpected. Like I feel like none of us like expected her to be the one who knew about it the whole time. And like if she knew about it, why how come Dale didn't come to her the whole time? Yeah, it's like it's literally his own mother. Did he never like call her like once he found out he told her how sad he was about finding about his past? Like come on, I feel like that was a little bit like lazy writing, but it was still amazing. It was still really nice. The whole scene where she explained it, like obviously we all kind of, I literally saw like a video before where someone like predicted that exact same scenario. They had the whole like idea where they thought it was like Mr. Miyagi stole a necklace that probably belonged to his wife, and like obviously she died in the internment camp, and then obviously like some guard stole it. He fought the guard to get the necklace back, which makes sense, and like the whole theory came true. And it was nice how he gave it to Sam. I mean, Luciel gave it to Sam. That was just really nice. So yeah, like I do like how they handle that story. I just feel like it could have been a bit more used. Like it's like they clearly forgot about it for like 5 episodes straight, then just came back randomly, but it was still really good. And oh yeah, also oh my God, the scene of Johnny when he was with Kreese in the hallway. Yo, William Zabka's acting is just so amazing. That was probably honestly that might have been his best acting in the entire show. I'm not gonna lie, like one of the best like top three scenes of William Zabka. Dude, I replayed that part like 4 times. So like when he saying the Kreese, I already forgot what he said. I need to go back and watch it. But when he was saying like everything I did, I trusted no one. Like you could feel that in his voice. You could feel like how sad and angry he was, and seeing him cry, and seeing Kreese cry, and then finally like hugging together and just forgiving each other, and them crying together. It was just so amazing, man. The speech he said, dude, like that was just so amazing. And really, yeah, like just the way um, this whole final part ended. There's still so much more. I'll make a separate video about talking about. This is just my immediate reaction. But I'm just like, dude, like I'm just like so, um, it's just so amazed of how this ended. Like it just had such a nice tone, and the final episode, like I can keep seeing like yeah the way it was gonna end, and dude, like this show is just such an amazing ending. I'll make well obviously we'll discuss this more later, but just it's amazing how the show started, how it ended. Respect to the three creators, John Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Shield, who were in the final episode also too. That was funny. This is just such an amazing ending, and honestly, one of the best series finales for a show we've gotten. I haven't seen in years, so this was just so amazing. And let me know what you guys think of it. We'll make a separate video, discussing everything. Yeah, what do you think about Cobra Kai ending? Leave in the comments, and see you next time. Until then, remember, because now we know for sure Cobra Kai never dies.